Well, now, folks, it gives me great pleasure to welcome, well, somebody who we admire a lot, Sir Cliff Richard, one of my all-time favourite singers and a great friend of Majella and myself. Cliff, great to have you here. You're very welcome.
Hi, Cliff.
Thank you. Hi, how you doing?
Oh,
Good.
we're great. It's great to see you. We haven't seen you for so long.
You're looking great.
Well, the thing is, this whole lockdown thing has changed all our lives. Nothing's the same anymore. So let's hope that we can get to at least a distancing. At the moment, we're very distant, but it's great to see you.
You know, Cliff, when we think about your career, 60-some years in the music business, can you really believe it all?
It's hard to believe. You know, Daniel, people like you, Majella, yourself, me, and others like us, we are so fortunate because we have nice places to lock down in. Every time I woke up in Barbados, I'd look out the window and think, how the heck did I get here? Because my memory is still vivid of living in India, living in poverty in Cheshunt, and then suddenly I'm thinking, it's just impossible.
Wow.
But you know, it's actually now, I'm in my 62nd year, and that's not my age. Unfortunately. Almost, yeah. So it's just one of those things that's been an absolute dream for me, and it's a dream that came true.
Well, we were lucky enough to get to see your 60th anniversary tour. We caught the show in Dublin, and we have a wee bit of footage from the show, so maybe we'll have a look at that now.
Cliff, I am looking at that and I cannot believe you are going to be 80 in October.
It must be 70.
No, everybody's lying. It's the fake press. They've got it all wrong.
We'll meet again.
Now, on to a sadder fact now, of course, we lost one of the greats recently, Dame Reelin. And you had the privilege of working with her, didn't you?
I did. It wasn't like a tour or anything like that, but very often, you know, like Royal Command shows, you find yourself in the company of Sir Laurence Olivier and all these people. And there was one particular event, I think I wrote about it actually in an obituary, that we had been both invited, along with Harry Seacombe, to sing for the, in 1995, it was the VE Day landings. And so I found myself in the company of Harry Seacombe and Reelin. And you know, I think I've mentioned this before, but things are thrown at us as stars of show business, like the words iconic, legend, and I don't think all of us fit the bill, but she does. Vera, when we walked towards the front, we came out of Buckingham Palace, and the stage was in front of the gates, looking down the Mall, well, looking at Victoria's Memorial first, and all these people, there must have been 200 or 300 people who had survived the war. And you know, Daniel, you know, your fans, my fans, they always want to come and touch you and say, hi, how are you? They did, but it wasn't for me. It wasn't for Harry Seacombe. They just reached out and just said things like, God bless you, Vera. Vera, we love you so much. You have to admire people with voices like that. And at that particular afternoon, I think, or late afternoon, outside Buckingham Palace, we all went back afterwards to meet the royal family in the palace. And I said to her on the way back, I said, Vera, do you do a vocal warm-up? She said, vocal warm-up, darling? No, I just open my mouth and it just comes out like that. I thought, lucky you.
Oh, she's lovely. Cliff, I want you to stay
lovely.
with us. We're going to take a wee break, but we'll talk to you more afterwards.
Okay,
if you will.
I'll be here.
Fans Sanacha Walshiv Sawala Tamajitugal Bishop Baganish at Bimajarash or Balbuk. If you're just joining us, our good friend Sir Cliff Richard is live with us on Skype. Cliff, you were asked recently to record a special concert for the Royal Albert Hall from your home in Barbados during the lockdown. Tell us a wee bit about that project.
I've loved the Albert Hall. I mean, you've been there, so you know what it's like. And it's almost like a second home. I sometimes feel I should have my mail sent there because I've been there so often. And one thing, if I can mention this, I'm so proud of this. I hold the record at the Albert Hall I once sold out 32 nights. I don't think I could do it again, but at least I did it once.
Unbelievable.
And of course, when they asked me to do this, I said, okay, but I'm going to have to sort of do it at home. So I tried to find different locations for it and try to perform it, so to speak. But it wasn't easy.
Well, we have a wee bit of footage from one of the songs, so we might have a wee look at this. Just really good. Cliff is going to save himself a fortune on lighting technicians, on producers and directors. His next video will be all done by himself.
But it was great. And we were talking to Gloria there last week. She told us that she would, I actually thought she was going to say the opposite. She said, after being in this lockdown now, I have definitely decided I'll never retire. How do you feel? Do you feel the same?
Well, I think the retirement's not a good word.
Yeah.
You know, retirement means that if you want to do something after that retirement, you have to make a comeback.
Yeah.
And so Gloria's right. I mean, I know that many artists have made about 4 or 5 comebacks, and you keep getting fed up of the goodbye concert. And the other thing is, I don't know about you, but when people do comebacks, I think, oh dear, they've run out of money.
Yeah.
So I don't want anybody to think that of me. But you know, one day I'm going to have to stop at some point. But perhaps that's the best word. I'll stop. No one will know that.
Yeah, don't tell anybody.
No one will know. And then when I want to do something, I'll just phone and say, oh, by the way, Malcolm, is it possible for me to do the Albert Hall for
32 days?
I don't think that can happen.
Listen, Cliff, thank you so much for joining. I wish we had longer, but thank you for coming to us, albeit on Skype. Next time it will be in person, and there'll be hugs all round.
Yes.
Okay, thank you both. It's been fantastic talking with you, and it has been the most distant talking I've ever done.
God bless. Lots of love to you.
Bye.
God bless.
Bye-bye.
Lots of love to you. Lots of love. And I didn't understand any of the Irish. I barely speak English.
Well, is Kinshasa go in lockdown, Jacker? August go